Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zack, and today I am driving a 2015 Suzuki Alto Works. Up front is a 658cc turbocharged inline 3, and down below is a 5-speed manual transmission. Now, I am super excited to be driving this Suzuki Alto Works because it is a fun little K car, and I am all about having fun in K cars. Now, the Alto is an economy car. It's one of the most basic Suzukis you can get. However, the Works Edition is actually the performance variant. And so today we're going to be taking a look at what happens when you take the basic economy car and give it a little bit of sporty pizzazz. But if you'd like to submit your own vehicle and have it reviewed here on the channel, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. And if you'd like to see all my videos weeks or sometimes months in advance, you can head on over to my Patreon for only $5 a month. But let's get back to that 658cc inline 3 turbo under the hood. Well, as we know, this is part of the K car requirements with a maximum engine displacement of 660 cc's. Now, the regular Alto got a naturally aspirated inline 3, but this got the turbo bumping it up to 63 or some horsepower. They're all supposed to say 63, so the real horsepower is sometimes unknown. But it is very, very zippy. It's very rev happy and will rev right up to 7,000 RPM. Now, like I said, paired to it is a 5-speed manual. Honestly, it feels great. Great throw into gear, great clutch engagement. It's a very, very enjoyable experience. And this is where it starts to sort of get away from the economy factor. Now, of course, it doesn't completely get away from it, but on the jump, getting into it, it's quick, it's peppy, it'll surprise you. It's not gonna get you in trouble. You're not gonna be doing felony speeds here in Japan, but it'll get you. It is very, very entertaining, this whole drivetrain. Now, it is front-wheel drive, should be expected out of a vehicle like this, but it's incredibly engaging. So how does it feel to drive the Suzuki Alto Works? It's great. It honestly doesn't feel as restrictive and small as the car actually is. Yes, it is small, but it's still comfortable. It's nice to drive. The suspension is kind of rough. You know, that's where the economy really kicks you in the tush. You start to realize that they spend $0.00 on any type of nice suspension. But again, that's the basicness of this car. It's easy to see out of, it's easy to maneuver. That's what I love about K cars too. They have these very flat front and rear fascias, and so you can park them easily, you know where the fenders are, and that's very, very nice. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, we get special Works gauges. Off to the left is that tachometer displaying 7,000 RPM. We have our speedometer in the center and the odometer and fuel to the right with a Works badge up above it. On the steering wheel on the left, we do have our mode, volume, and skip track, but that's it. And off to the right, we do have a climate control vent, start, stop, engine on and off, and traction control. And moving out of the door, we have power mirrors that do in fact fold. Very, very nice here for a K car. And then of course, power windows. Moving into the center, we get our infotainment display. Now, this is not the factory infotainment. Almost every single car here in Japan gets an aftermarket infotainment. It's just the way of the culture. It's what they do. And so this is a basically Pioneer unit. Carrozzeria is a Japanese sub-brand of Pioneer. So it's fine, it works. Down below that, we have the hazard switch and climate controls. I like how the climate controls are laid out. Very simple, works very well. Temperature to the left, fan speed to the right, where to send it in the center, as well as our defrost buttons. And we do get a big cubby. It's very vertical. I don't really know what you would be able to practically fit in here, but we have it. And down below, we have some blocked off buttons because although the Works is the performance version, it is not the luxury version, and so we are still missing some features down here. Moving on to the center console, we do have cup holders. Well, cup holders singular. So let's do a big friggin' bottle test. It fails. We knew it would, but it does have a cup holder that will fit most other normal bottles here in Japan. Then we have the shifter itself. Again, this is another part of the car that really breaks away from the economy mold because it actually feels nice. It has red stitching on it, and the shift knob isn't rubber, which you would think would be a given, but honestly not with some of these performance cars, and so it actually feels nice. This punches above its weight class for sure. Then we have the handbrake and two more cup holders that also fail, the big friggin' bottle test. Now, the seats are tight. They are pretty restrictive, and that's because they are genuine Recaro seats, and this is from the factory for the Works trim. The Works trim, again, the performance trim, came with factory Recaros. Out of the showroom, you got Recaro seats, and they are absolutely fantastic. Now, as a bigger guy, I am being squeezed on my love handles quite a bit. However, if you're smaller than me, and odds are you are, you're gonna really, really enjoy these seats. And these are like truly genuine, sporty, good seats. Again, put into basically a toy car, which is admirable at best. However, speaking of seats, we do have back seats, which are not Recaro, but we do have back seats. So let's go do a back seat review. All right, let's get into the back of the Suzuki Alto Works. So besides these superimposing Recaro seats staring you in the face like a giant tombstone, it's actually quite spacious. My knees are not hitting the seat in front of me. My head's not hitting the ceiling. I'm back here in a K car, 5'11", not a small guy, in Japan, and I fit. You know, this is a comfortable place to be. I could ride back here and not really have any issues with it. Just like, look at this. Like, look at how much space you have. K cars are wonderful about maximizing the most amount of space. And now, pairing the maximized space with the fun driving feel, this is a really, really complete package. We do also have power windows in the back, not usually found in K cars, at least the K cars that I've driven. Now, I haven't driven too many modern ones, but nice to see that. And I guess I get to use this. Recaro going rotary, question mark? Looks like a rotor from a 13B, but no center console or anything like that. Now, a little sneak peek, we will take a look at the trunk, but it ain't a lot of space. Right around the back of the Suzuki Alto Works. Handle here, just pull it up like that. We do have a button to lock it as well. But once we are back here, as I mentioned, nothing special at all. Now you can pull this up and pull this one up and then push it down, and now you have tons of storage. So you can move in and out of a new apartment in Edogawa City. So, you know, that's where I want to move. You do get some storage down here, but that's pretty much it. I mean, all this material is super lightweight, super flimsy, super cheap, but it does give you that opportunity to have more storage space in a very small car. Come around here, we'll open it up and get this right back up. There you go. That is the rear cargo space of the Alto Works. No handle or anything like that, just kind of free ball it. There you go. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and I actually don't overly love it. They did their best. It looks sporty and fun. It's a sporty, fun version of the Alto. I just think the front end is kind of giving pug. It kind of has this smushed snout, which I don't like. The back end looks droopy. It kind of has a droopy butt and a smushed snout. So do with that information as you will. It's kind of got the lunch lady look, the triple L as we call it. So, yeah, you know, but it's fun. That's what it's for, right? Anyway, with all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving the Suzuki Alto Works? Here's the thing. K cars here in Japan, and I've spent the last 10 days in Japan experiencing this, seeing them every single day, learning about them, driving them. I have a lot more experience with K cars. In all reality, the idea of a K car and the K car on paper is a boring idea. It is a way to push your money as far as it will physically go. However, Suzuki and other manufacturers have found a way to make cost savings fun. That's the thing. Japan realizes that you don't have to spend all the money to have fun. Even if you don't have a lot of money, you deserve to have a smile on your face. Now, don't get me wrong, capitalism is alive and well here in Japan. Just walk into any Don Quixote and you'll understand. Yeah, it's consumerism hell. But at least Japan is having fun with it, you know? Japan is having fun with consumerism. America is all sell your soul and buy, buy, buy. But Japan is like, well, at least let's do it with a smile. Let's do it with some pizzazz. Let's do it with some character. The bottom of the barrel doesn't have to be bleak. You can throw a party in the top or the bottom part. And that's what this car is. This car is having fun in a not so fun situation. Odds are if you have a K car, you buy a K car, you probably want something bigger, you just can't afford it or don't want to spend the money on it. But this is so fun to drive, it's rewarding, and it makes those moments like driving to 7-Eleven to get a chicken cutlet sandwich or a rice ball, it makes that little moment fun. It makes running errands fun. It makes going into Tokyo, as bad as the traffic is, fun. It peels the fun out of these little scenarios here and there. It gives you droplets. It spoon feeds you fun, where most other cars usually don't have that. And so that's where the Alto works really, really well. That's what makes this car so great. It adds light to rather dim scenarios. And you can buy one of these for not very expensive, because everyone in every tax bracket, at every price point, at every yearly salary deserves to laugh, smile, and enjoy what they drive. And that's what the Alto Works delivers. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at one of these strange little K cars that is just ripe with fun. What an absolute treat. My trip here to Japan was made possible by JDM Imports. Go to collectiblejdm.com if you would like to bring home your own slice of Japan, whether it's one of their vehicles in their inventory or if you would like to source and find the perfect vehicle in Japan and bring it to the United States. You can do all of that through collectiblejdm.com. So thank you, JDM Imports, for making this trip to Japan possible. Click the link in the description below. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.